What's up, guys?
Hi.
So I was just talking to Black Becky about what her most just happened, right?
Yeah.
I asked her what her most popular video was, and it was the video that you made about stealing listings.
Yeah. So it's called how to handle people.
Okay, first, this is Becky.
Hi.
Those of you guys who didn't see in any of the other videos, she does eBay. She drop ships on eBay UK. She uses optimization that she learned from David Vu.
Yeah.
And then I am one of the assholes. Well, I don't drop ship in eBay UK, but I'm one of the assholes who will just find those motherfuckers who do optimization and then steal their fucking listings. And then she made a video about it, and that was the most popular one. So that I figured we'll talk about it. So, what did the video? I'll put a link to the video.
Yeah.
But basically, give me the summary of the video.
So basically, what to do, how not to get upset, and how to handle people stealing your listings. That's the title of the video. So I went through 10 things to think about, or 10 of my thoughts about it, and it was first of all, there's nothing you can do about it, so you might as well get over it.
Right.
You can still sell your listings, because one actually thing I said is that because I watched your videos and you give instructions to people how to copy people's listings.
Right.
You obviously say only take ones that have sold a certain amount of time.
Right.
So most of my sales, 80% of my sales, is the first time the thing has sold.
Mm-hmm.
So my strategy is to just list new things so that you're never going to steal. If I sell 100 things once, you're not going to steal any of them. But I've made 100 sales. Rather, if I had 4 things and I sold them 25 times each, you're going to steal them.
So I have mixed feelings about this because a lot of you guys don't know. A lot of the time I was sniping a user on eBay to teach you all how to snipe shit. It was myself. I've since changed the name of that account.
Plot twist.
But for more than half of my videos teaching you guys, maybe 90% of the videos where I'm sniping someone, I was sniping my fucking account. And some of you guys, the account ends in 65.
Yeah, I was going to say, you sent the videos, oh, this poor guy, I wish he would go to the extremely so we would stop sniping him, and it was you.
Yeah. I've since changed the name of the account. And some people still find me. But what was I saying?
Plot twist.
Right, so although a lot of, I have mixed, so okay, let me ask you something.
Okay.
When people steal your listings, do the items still sell?
Yeah.
They still sell?
Yeah.
It may not,
maybe not as often.
Right.
But they still sell. And sometimes people steal it, and it instead of just going down a little bit in price, they go right to the bottom, and it's so something that I make £10 off of every time I sell, they're making £1. It's why would you do that to yourself?
Right.
Take £1 off.
Exactly. So check this out, right? So this is how I think about the whole sniping thing, because people snipe me all fucking day, right? When you have items that's sold enough, it's almost impossible for someone sniping listens to catch up. And let me explain. I have a TV stand I've been selling for 3 years, right? It's usually $120 on Walmart, but it goes down to $100 sometimes. Mm-hmm. I make about $25 on it because I now sell it for $159. But when I first used to sell it, I was selling it for $140. I've sold over 800 of those things, right, on that listing. So it's actually impossible for someone to come and list the same thing and show up on eBay.
Yeah, because if you typed in the exact full title, then you and the other guy would come up. But if I just typed in TV stand, you'd come up and he'd be nowhere near.
Right.
Which is how you can continue to sell, because you're ranking way higher.
Right, and then you may not sell as many, but once you can, in my opinion, you have to list a whole lot at the beginning, and you always have to list. The rate at which you list to maintain sales goes down.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Because now, my goal was to list 30 items a day, and because I've traveled, I've kind of fallen off, and my sales are still going. Whereas before, when I first started, I noticed if I took a break a few days, my sales would just drop off, and they're fine now.
Right.
I still list every day, but I don't have to list as much because I've got now 1,300 items in my store. They'll just keep. Yeah,
that's
selling.
fucking crazy. Right, and so when someone steals my, so the other thing I think about, right, I'm a kind of asshole that if someone is making 30% profit, I wouldn't drop all the way down to making $1.
Yeah.
But I will make enough money that I feel okay, right?
Yeah.
I usually try to stay with 10%. What I do notice, and I'm in this for the long term. I've been dropshipping on eBay for I just realized in the last video, for 6 years, right? What you will notice is that most of the people that bring the profits down to like almost nothing,
Yeah.
don't last.
Yeah, because it's just tedious to do it for a dollar.
It's not just tedious for a dollar. This is what these people do, and I've seen it because I used to track like 300 dropshippers in Terra Peak, and I look at them all the time, right?
Yeah.
So I could see when sales go up and up and up and up and up, and I see them disappear. So a lot of the guys who are doing, who are like sniping and making next to nothing, they're selling more and more and more on a monthly basis.
Yeah.
And their eBay bill every month goes up, but they spend money from that process.
Yeah.
So it's like a race before they blow up, right?
Yeah,
so every month they have to sell more to take money to spend out of the eBay bill and not profit.
Yeah.
So the joy I get, I wish, I can't go back to that, but I wish I could have expressed the drive that I feel when I find someone sniping my shit.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, let's go, motherfucker. Like, and more than half of these guys I used to follow, whether they sell a lot, are just disappeared. They're just not there anymore.
I used to stalk like people who'd copied my listings, not to price. I don't price match them. I leave my price at what it was, but I just want to see like how much of my sales are they getting basically. And it's never as much as I'm getting. Like either in the period of time that I've had 10 sales, they've had 2.
Right.
So I've lost 2 sales, and they've had a less price, so a less margin, or they've sold 5 in the same amount of time I've sold 1 because they brought the price down so low.
They still made less
money. So there's I used to
and they had to do more work for the sales.
I'd rather
right?
sell it less times and make more each time I sell it than worry about getting £1 every time I sell it. I just no.
See, I think it's really cool that we can do this video because I don't.
Yeah.
I am
because
not.
we should be enemies. Well, no, you should be my enemy. You should love me.
Right, and I made a video about that recently.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, people snipe my listens all the time, and it's just about keeping it moving. And my thing with DSGN is because DSGN has a limited amount of users, there's no one else to just systematically use this software to snipe shit. So I could just snipe faster than other people, and people gonna snipe me, and that's just the name of the game.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people who get really angry are more the people who are looking for like passive income. Like they wanna work and just let the money roll in. And that's just, I think the one advantage I have is I don't believe in passive income.
Yeah.
Like I think
I think you can achieve it, but that's not what eBay dropshipping is.
No, and I don't even want to believe it.
Yeah, but I think like, because I've had people recommend that I hire a VA, but like my eBay business is like my baby. I'm not gonna hand it off to a VA who earns $2 a day. They don't give a shit about like making sure everything's done. Like I need to, like if you want something done right, you have to do it yourself. I want to make sure it's done right. And then maybe like when you have a baby, it's newborn, you don't want anyone to touch it. And then when it's a bit older, maybe you give it to your mum because you trust her. And then when it's
maybe
and then when the kid is 18, you're like, okay, call me to let me know what time you're coming home. That's how I feel about my eBay business. It's so like small and young. It's 5 months old. I'm not gonna hand any part of it to anyone until a few mistakes aren't gonna
like kill you.
Yeah.
And like that, okay, like with the same baby thing, right? I am like a woman who like had sex every day for 10 years and the doctor said I'm never gonna have a child, and then boom, eBay dropshipping fell out my ass. So like I'm gonna protect this motherfucker like I'm never gonna have another child. And like this is because it like I've tried, I don't know how much you've tried to make money online.
Not as much as you.
But I've tried every fucking, like everything. I spend over $20,000 online of credit cards.
Yeah.
Buying courses. The most expensive one was Jack something Kubasek. This motherfucker with the carbon copy system. Google that shit. I think it disappeared now. But it was like $3,000 fucking dollars. And I was new. I also joined this fucking when MP3s first came out. It was called Burn Vibe or some shit.
Okay.
And Shaquille O'Neal and Lil Bow Wow were the front of that fucking shit. Where you get your own iTunes store or some fuckery. But like, I'm just saying that like I've tried so many things that like the fact that I can make money dropshipping on eBay.
Yeah.
I don't need like, That's some lazy shit if you want passive income.
Yeah.
Like
it's not that much work, and you can do it at home in your pajamas.
And hungover, like butt fucking naked in your bed.
Yeah, like some people, I don't want to list every day. I'm going to be a slave to listing every day. It's like, but you go to work.
Exactly.
Every day.
You wake up, you make breakfast, you drive through or take the train through fucking traffic and work for some cunt.
Yeah.
And sorry, cunt is a bad word in the US.
In the UK, it's a really bad
Really?
word. Yeah.
Oh, we say it all the time.
You've put me off now. What was I going to say? Yeah, and no matter how hard you work at your job, you're going to take home the same amount of money. Whereas with eBay, the harder you work, the more money actually goes in your pocket. So what's the problem? like
if you are a human being and you're looking for passive income, you're a bad human being. Imagine if the fucking cavemen wanted passive fucking income and they didn't make a fucking wheel. We'll be still living in the fucking caves. Like, how could you be a human being and we're supposed to progress and grow as humans and you want passive? Go kill your fucking self looking for that passive income. You're a bad human. Fuck.
You should have that on the side, but you have to work.
No, you're a bad human. Don't have it on the side. Go fucking fuck. I actually feel passionate about this passive income fuckery.
I have passive income. It's like $50 a month.
I mean, okay, I have stocks that give dividends, right?
Yeah.
I have a duplex in the States, so I have passive income, right?
That's not your job.
Right. And you know how much money you will need to have enough passive income to live off of it?
And I saw someone commented on my video and said something like, oh, it depends, you're selling your time for money. But it's not this, when you're setting up your own business, it's not the same as you work 9 to 5 and you earn. That's when you're selling your time for money. You're working hard, but so my store, I've got 1,300 items, which I obviously put the time in to put them on my store, but they're there now, and no matter what I do, they're there. So I'm not selling my time for money, I'm putting work in to grow it. So I could sit back now and for a little while I'd probably still make $1,000 a month.
Yeah, you can chill out, and that's the thing. Like, Jack and these guys have seen me. I don't really look at my eBay account that much, right? Maybe it's there. Some days I don't look at it, but it took years and hire and find people and working my ass off and all type of shit, right? And I'm doing other things. But fuck, if you're willing to buy my time, depending on how much you're paying for it, I'll sell fucking time for money, motherfuckers. Like, all these people use these buzzwords that they hear on some fucking ad, and most of you motherfuckers say this shit broke anyway because you have time to comment on these fucking videos.
And if you're poor or broke, time is all you have, so sell it for money.
Exactly. Like, if you that's a good one.
You should sell your time for money.
You should sell.
What you got?
Listen. I'll be a fucking time whore if I didn't have any fucking money, and I'll sell the shit out of my time. Fuck, I hate all these gurus that have all these buzzwords that make you feel like shit. Listen, if you find somebody to pay you for your time more than where the fuck you're working, go sell that shit. And then figure out how you could sell it for more and more and more. And that's the thing, I'm just tired of all these buzzwords and people using them to feel smart and shit. And I don't know what this video is supposed to be about.
It was about you stealing my listings.
So I didn't personally steal listings. Yep. I just gave the ability for someone to
others to steal my listings.
But she could steal other people's listings. She just doesn't want to.
That's true.
I'll steal people's listings for you.
I don't want to do that though. I don't like the small margins. I'm not in it for the small margins.
True. Okay, guys, let's not bore you anymore. Have a good one. Subscribe to the channel. I'll put a link to Becky's channel in the description. She does eBay UK. One question. Anyway, I'll do another video. Later, guys.
Bye.